Good evening again for Cause l'école. Bonsoir à nous tout le monde qui là, qui tape ta nom, jeudi et vendredi. D'habitude, nous commencer le samedi, mais pour une raison bien déterminée, we are live today on Friday. For a reason or another, we decided to be live today instead of tomorrow, and we are happy to bring you another podcast of Cause l'école. Today, our subject is homelessness, homeless students. But I must tell you that they do not call students homeless in Dade County Public School. I will share with you what do they call them, because they don't want students to feel, they don't want their feelings to be affected. They don't want the self-esteem to be affected by calling them homeless. So I will let you know how do they call students that are homeless. But before we begin, once again, good afternoon to all of you. Bienvenue tout bonsoir encore. Semaine dernière, last week, we spoke about 2 different topics. We spoke about life principles. We spoke about the mask mandate. And we gave you some ideas regarding taking the vaccine or wearing your mask, how you're supposed to wear your mask in order for that to be effective. And there are districts in Florida that have mask mandate, but it's not in the entire state. So we still have students and staff members going to school not wearing masks. And there are other variants of COVID out there. There are other variants. So we are encouraging everyone to wear the mask or take the vaccine. We have 3 vaccines out there. So you have an option. If you don't like vaccines, they have vaccines where you can take only 1 shot. But the Pfizer, you have to take 2. So if you don't like vaccine, take the one that you only have to take 1 shot. So today we're going to talk about homeless students. Again, in Miami-Dade County Public School, they no longer call students homeless. Dans Miami-Dade County Public School, yo pa rele élève yo homeless encore parce que yo pa vle pour ça affecter self-esteem yo. Yo pa vle pour ça pour ti moun et pour classmate li konnen que li homeless, right? Pa gen moun ki ta reme pour moun konnen que yo homeless. Mais nou wal defini ki sa homeless lan ki lè yo considéré un moun homeless. Okay? When do you consider somebody homeless or a student? When is a student considered homeless? So we're going to go over that in a second. But what I want you to do first is to imagine a kid going to bed hungry or sleeping in a parked car for the night. They're hungry, they're sleeping in a parked car, because we do have students that go sleep in their friend's car when their parents go to work at night, right? The parents go to work, the car is parked, the friend's car is parked in front of the house, so the friend allows them to sleep in the car or to sleep inside the house while the parents is at work, and the parents have no idea that's going on. In the morning, before the parent gets back, guess what? The kids are already up, getting ready to go back to school, and the parent has no idea somebody else was in the house. So parents, that's something for you to pay attention to, okay? So imagine that the kid is hungry or they sleep in a parked car. They wake up the next day facing hygienic challenges, right? They cannot shower. They cannot change into clean clothing. They cannot brush their teeth. And they have to rush to school to try to eat breakfast because that can be the only meal for the day. So ti moun nan leve, li gen an pil challenge kote ke li pa ka ben, li pa ka chanje rad li pa ka brose bouche li. La fe vite pou kouye pou an boss pou l'école pour la manger breakfast, pour la manger déjeuner parce que c'est peut-être que c'est celle repas ça que la jeune pour journée avec lunch dans l'école là. Pendant ce temps, il y a un devoir pour le remettre. Meanwhile, he had assignments that were due. The teachers showing no empathy give the students a big 0 for not turning in his homework. Hungry, sleepy, tired, the student put his head down in the classroom. The teacher called security on that student, and the security walks that student to CSI. Pendant que l'élève là gen devoir pour remettre, il était dans situation, dans condition ça the night before. Li pa ka remettre devoir, mais professeur a qui pas ken sympathie pour élève ça, li traite tout élève yo même gens, li pas besoin connaître qui est qui pas bien dormi, qui est qui mange, qui est qui grand goût, li pas besoin qu'on bail comme ça seulement li besoin c'est devoir, mais élève là pas de temps pour faire devoir. Mais qu'on a élève là qui fatigué, qui gen dormi, li mette tête li sous banc pendant classe 2 heures de temps. Professeur relève sécurité et puis sécurité pour élève ça la mettre dans CSI, dans detention. So imagine on élève comme ça on bagaille comme ça capable privé chaque jour pendant toute année scolaire là. That students may face that situation the entire year. So imagine that kid. Who do they consider a homeless student? A homeless student is somebody who's staying with other people due to loss of housing. They are staying with other people due to loss of housing. They are living in hotels or motels or in cars. They are living in a shelter, transitional housing, or living in an unsheltered situation. So they stay with other people due to loss of housing. They live in a hotel or motel or a car. They live in a shelter, in a transitional housing. So meaning it's a transition, so from one house to the other. It could be just for the night. Then the next night they have to worry about where they're going to sleep the next night. Or they live in an unsheltered situation. So transitional housing, par exemple, si moun nan gen moyen assoya pour dormir en côté, demain li pa kon côté pour dormir. Ou bien li rete avec un monde parce que li perdi kay la rete la avec un monde. Ou bien la dormi un monde kap dormi dans hôtel, dans motel, ou bien dans machine. Ou bien un monde kap dormi dans unsheltered situation. Unsheltered situation, ça veut dire c'est monde kap dormi dans la rue. Li gen doit dormi dans parc, li gen doit dormi en bas en pont, li gen doit dormi sur un banc. So that's the unsheltered situation. So tout monde sa yo considère yo comme homeless student. So the unsheltered situation refers to situations in which the individual are not regularly accessing shelters or transitional housing programs and are instead often sleeping in encampments, under underpasses, meaning a bridge, in their vehicles, or other locations not meant for human habitation. So yo dormi n'importe kote. N'importe kote yo jwen yo lage kwa yo dormi. Nou gen élève na Miami-Dade County Public School dans situation ça. Pendant ce temps, yo toujours attendre pour élève ça performer bien en classe. So imaginez est-ce que c'est possible? Posez cette question ça. So we do have many students in Miami-Dade County Public School in that situation. Meanwhile, they still expect them to perform. They still expect them to have good grades and to graduate high school. You may ask yourself, how is that possible? How can a student having those type of living conditions be able to do the homework, study, pass those tests, and graduate high school? So what can those students experience? A student that's in that type of housing situation, they will experience poor health, they will experience hunger, premature mortality, they will be exposed to crime, right? So, ti moun sa yo ki nan kondisyon sa yo, ki sa yo ka eksperimente nan la rue, ti moun ki yo konsidere kom homeless sa yo. Yap gen mauvais santé, yo pa gen accès à santé, yap grand goût, comme moi so dit tout à l'heure. Ti moun sa yo ka mouri prématurément et yap exposé à crime, yo gen même violé yo tout, à rape. So yo exposé à toute qualité de situation de yo. So m'a demandé pour nous-mêmes, pour nous imaginer élèves sa yo qui gen mathématiques, anglais, sciences pour étudier à faire devoir. Et puis quitter l'école là, c'est yo fait face avec situation ça. So imagine those kids when they leave school, they face that situation. They don't go home because they don't have a home to go to. They don't go to they don't know where they're gonna have dinner. They may not have dinner. The only meal for the day could have been breakfast at school or lunch. So imagine these kids in these situations. But I have good news. I have very good news. There's a program in Miami-Dade County Public School that's there exactly to serve these students and parents. It's not just for students, it's for the family. A family that's facing homelessness. There's a program called Project Upstart. Project Upstart. That program is there specifically to help families in that situation. So what type of services do they provide? They have case management support, free school lunch, immediate enrollment assistance to Miami-Dade County Public School, tutoring and counseling at selected shelters, parenting groups and workshops at select shelters. Transportation is provided for students 2 or more miles from the school of origin. College transitional support, referrals to emergency shelter placement, appointment to the shop for free food, toiletries, and more, referrals to outside agencies for rental assistance. So, tout service sa yo se service que Project Upstart lan bay parents ou bien élèves qui dans situation homelessness, qui pa gen kay. Yo jwen case management pour aider yo appliquer pour aide dans state là. Yo jwen manger free, lunch free dans l'école là. Yo aider yo et appliquer dans l'école Miami-Dade County Public School. You ba un tuteur avec counseling. Gen groupe pour parents. Yo ba transportation pour ti moun qui habite 2 miles ou plus de l'école là. Collège Transitional Support, ça veut dire l'élève là gradué l'école, yo aidé l'appliquer dans collège, yo aidé yo bal toute aide nécessaire pour capable aller dans collège là. Yo référé à shelter pour emergency placement. Gen un shop côté que le capable aller pour prendre rad pour aller prendre manger fruits avec tout l'autre besoin l'a gain pour besoin hygiénique yo. So shop ça c'est notre 20e street là que lié. So par exemple un élève qui est dans 12th grade, they want to go, if you're in 12th grade, you plan on going to grade night or prom or graduate, you don't have shoes, you don't have clothing, that shop will help you pick clothes for free. You go to the shop, you pick your own clothes, and it's free. But you have to be part of the program to benefit, to have the services to you, rendered to you. You have to be part of the Project Upstart program. And then they also refer them to outside agencies. Yo référé yo à on sait des agencies côté que yo capable joindre aide, puis yo capable allouer un appartement, puis yo capable sortir dans housing program ça. So these are all the services that the Project Upstart provide to students that are facing transitional, unstable housing. So, ti moun ki nan homeless situation, yo pa rele homeless encore, comme on te dit non? Yo rele yo ti moun ki nan unstable housing. So they no longer call students homeless. They call them students their situation is called unstable housing. So if you are in unstable housing, then these are the services that the Project Upstart provide to you. Those are the services that you can benefit from. So how do you contact the Project Upstart? The phone number is 305-995-7558. 305-995-7558. That's the phone number of the Project Upstart, where you can call them and let them know that you are in unstable housing, and all the services I just mentioned, you will be able to benefit from them. So si par exemple ou gen problème kay, soit ou même qui élève là ou bien ou même avec parents ou capable relé Project Upstart programme dans 305 995 75 58 305 995 75 58 pour capable aider avec tout service comme ça mentionné ça pour capable bénéficier de service ça. Mais pour bénéficier de yo, c'est pas n'importe élève, c'est élève qui n'a unstable housing, élève qui a un problème kay, c'est eux même qui bénéficier de programme ça qui est le Project Upstart. So if you want to join the National Alliance to End Homelessness, you can also give them a call. If you want to help end homelessness, 202-638-1526. 202-638-1526. If you want to help end homelessness, give them a call. They're in Washington, D.C., and they'll be happy to accommodate you, to have you join the program so you can help end homelessness in the country. Again, I'm going to thank you for watching this podcast today about homeless. And again, they do not call students homeless students. They call them students that are in unstable housing. So remember that. So for next time you are referring to a student in that situation, don't call them homeless. They are in unstable housing. So n'a dit prochaine fois qu'on rencontre un petit monde qui a un problème kay, pas dit que petit monde ça son petit monde qui a un problème kay, dit son petit monde qui n'a unstable housing. Pour éviter et affecter self-esteem petit monde là, c'est comme ça pour adresser avec lui. So, c'était un plaisir pour nous travailler encore aujourd'hui. On a salué et madame moi qui a gardé là. Et m'a salué Renan tout avec tout l'autre monde qui a gardé nous et qui peut regarder et vidéo ça après. Ça n'a pas quitté aujourd'hui comme d'habitude nous toujours fait et n'a pas quitté avec une pensée pour ce maintenant. So the thought for the week, we always leave you with a thought for you to reflect on. Value and respect yourself so people don't devalue and disrespect you. So you need to value and respect yourself so people don't devalue and disrespect you. So that's the thought for today. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. It's a long weekend. Enjoy Labor Day, and I will see you next Saturday, the 11th, which will be September 11th. And if you remember September 11th, 2001, we had a major situation in this country. So I may postpone that day. I may do it the 10th or the 12th. I don't know yet. But September 11th is not a good day for us to be doing this. It's a day of reflection because since that day, everything has changed in this country. So again, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week, Friday or Saturday. Take care.